Hello and welcome back to Forever Rugby on Forever Sports. It's Hong Kong Sevens time this weekend, and the Blitzboks are up against Spain. Kickoff coming up shortly. Both these sides, of course, victorious in the first round of pool games. Spain defeating Samoa by 17 points to 14, coming from behind to win it. And the Blitzboks blitzing Ireland in the initial stages of their game. Ireland with the mini comeback of sorts, but just coming up short by 22 points to 17. So the Blitzboks off to a good start. Spain off to a good start, and kickoff is just about underway. Of course, under the guidance of Philip Snyman, the Blitzboks hoping to qualify comfortably for those quarterfinals and perhaps move on to a potential to fight for gold here at the Hong Kong Sevens. Spain will be kicking off from right to left, and the kick is deep just outside the 22. South Africa regather and play from inside their 22. South Africa, of course, looking very positive in their encounter against Ireland. Perhaps underdogs, one could say. But starting off here from deep inside their own 22, the Spain team, of course, showing their resolution, as I mentioned, coming from behind, and the referee immediately awards Spain a penalty at ruck time, and immediately they come. Look to play down this left-hand touchline. The defense of South Africa have to stay connected, have to stay in shape. They're stretching them now, but South Africa keeping them at bay for the moment here. Centre field, as Spain again shifted from right to left. Down this left-hand touchline. Spain are in for the first score. Not what the coach Philip Snyman ordered. Not what the South African fans ordered. But it's Alejandro Laforga who gets over. Tight up against this left-hand touchline, stretching the defence. And Zane David's the last man there. Just couldn't come across in time. And Laforga gets the 5-pointer that opens the account here in this second pool clash. It's Spain who hit first, and the Spanish flag flying high as the conversion sails, but just shaving the right hand upright. That's a start Spain would want in this encounter. Perhaps deemed the underdogs in their last 5 encounters. They did manage, of course, to beat South Africa last year. But South Africa have their number somewhat with 4 out of 5 victories, as the restart is contestable. But South Africa regather possession. And Spain with a double tackle there, forcing South Africa backwards. They've got to come up with the answers here, and immediately it's Nokia. You know he's got the pace. Can he get the ball back? It's soccer skills. Nokia. Human is chasing. The referee says play on. Try time. Yes. South Africa, yes. It is Devil Human who followed up the kick ahead upfield by Kua Nokia. And you saw the gas men put themselves into 5th gear there. And South Africa have equalized. The referee adjudging that ball to go backwards. And it's Devil Human who scores a try. He scored one against Ireland. He scores again. He's on fire. And South Africa have equalized with the kick to come. It's all action here in Hong Kong. The conversion is straight through the uprights. It's an extra 2 points. South Africa take the lead after that early setback and try from Spain with just over 3.5 minutes to play. Selvin Davids will get us underway with the restart. It's tight up against this left-hand touchline, but Spain come away with possession now and play from deep inside their own 22, backing themselves here, but it's a loose pass. And they're going to lose a few meters there as the Spanish attacker fends off Zane Davids for the moment. Shilton van Wyk slips his man as well. South Africa are going to have to make their one-on-one tackles here. Lovely little step from the Spanish attacker. They're still inside their 22. South Africa not committing a drug time, fanning out on defense, keeping their shape. They'd love to get their hands on the ball, but for the moment, Spain throwing it around from right to left. But they've gone back a good 10, 15 meters. They're playing from within their own danger zone as they shift it now down this right-hand touchline. It's Westhuizen. Davids covering on defense. South Africa desperate to get their hands on the ball here. 2 minutes to play in this first half. South Africa's defense putting some pressure, forcing the pass of the Spanish attacker not to be accurate. But still, they keep possession. It's about what you can do with the ball in hand, though. Can they open up the defense? South Africa seem to almost have done enough there. Westhuizen just not able to get his hands on the ball. Diving on it, but the ball eluding him. Spain still keep possession. Now South Africa can go. Playing under advantage, but just losing the ball. Fumbling there. But we will come back for a South African scrum there. Energy sapping stuff here in the second pool game. South Africa conceding early, equalizing and taking the lead with the conversion. But they've been defending since then. And it's taking its toll on the players' time off for the moment. But when we do restart, we'll restart with the South African scrum. We're just outside the South African 22, about 5 meters in from this right-hand touchline. Selvin Davids with ball in hand. And the referee orders play to now get underway as we look forward to a 3-on-3 scrum here. We know the South African team has the potential to attack with all the pace and skill out wide, but they need to be efficient. Win the scrum first, and Davids takes it from a solid base now. As Shilton van Wyk takes it up, South Africa secure possession. It's Davids to Westhuizen. To Zane Davids, but the ball goes into touch. It was a little bit of a loose pass there, perhaps forcing his hand there, Ryan Westhuizen. We're on the 10-meter mark. Spain will have the feed to the scrum. It looks like a Spanish hand in there. So if I'm not mistaken, it should be a South African put in to the line out. Yes, it is. We set up from a line out base here. Can South Africa win a clean ball via Westhuizen? Who's the go-to man? There's a contest in the air and Spain come away with it. That's something you don't want to do. But the referee calling play back as head coach Philip Snyman looks on nervously. It's all a little bit tight at the moment, but the South African fans in the crowd out in full support of the Blitzboks, looking to make their way into the quarterfinals. And a victory here should secure that. For the Blitzboks, it's a scrum down. It was lost forward, says the referee. And immediately a scrum infringement gifts a penalty to South Africa, and Zane Davids, or should I say Selvin Davids, is going to set up a play here. It's a tap and go. South Africa with ball in hand. It's the final play of the first half. Human out wide on this right-hand touchline. South Africa now with the opportunity, ditting and diving their way into the 22 of Spain. Zane Davids to Selvin Davids. Surely now they've got to go wide. They do. Down this left-hand touchline. Fighting his way to the try line. And that's the score. The referee, just in consultation with the assistant referee. But it's Sean Williams who showed a real bout of strength there, overcoming his defender. They were shepherding him towards this left-hand touchline, but he wriggled his way over for the 5-pointer, and South Africa go up by 12 with the conversion to come. A little bit of daylight now, but the extra 2 most certainly can do the Blitzboks a lot of favours. It's tight against this left-hand touchline. It's fading away past the right-hand upright. The conversion unsuccessful, however. Nonetheless, South Africa, the Blitzboks are up by 12 points to 5. It all goes by in an instant. South Africa not having much of the possession in that first half, but in my opinion deservedly take the lead as the management bring their team together for a 2-minute break before the second half gets underway. Of course, tomorrow morning, early, 4:30 South African Standard Time, South Africa will have their final pool game, which I'll be taking you live for against Samoa. Samoa, of course, are up against Ireland next. Both those sides, of course, on the losing end to the respective teams here, Spain and South Africa. But a victory here should put South Africa into the seats of the quarterfinal, and from then on in, do we see the likes of Fiji, New Zealand, France coming through? For the moment, South Africa have to focus on what's ahead of them right now. After a rather average couple of tournaments, a slight reshuffle in management, now under the guidance of head coach, former Blitzbok player Philip Snyman, the Blitzboks looking to rise like the cream to the top of the cup here. And the second half is in fact underway via Selvin Davids, who puts it tight up against this right-hand touchline, forcing Spain to play from deep, but they do. They're up to the 10-meter mark now, playing centre field from right to left. Spain in possession. South Africa slipping a few too many tackles, one feels, but it's lost in contact there. The referee on the spot is going to award, or has awarded, the scrum down to South Africa. So Spain with the bulk of the possession. Just a few unforced errors there. Westhuizen with a good tackle on Nieto. Then the counter clean there at ruck time. And in that whole melee of events, Spain have knocked it on. It's South Africa to put the ball in with just over 6 minutes to go here in the second half. South Africa up by 12 points to 5. Selvin Davids to feed. It's a solid scrum. It's hoof to head upfield, grubber style, into the 22 of Spain and into touch. South Africa with a massive net territorial gain there. Clever thinking, forcing Spain into that right-hand corner. They have to play from deep. They're a full converted score down. South Africa, one feels, would want to get another try just to put some real daylight and not allow the game to evolve the way it did against Ireland. Ireland almost coming back. South Africa, of course, having to deal with the red card received by Justin Geduld. But yes, Spain down this left-hand touchline. There's an opportunity now. Selvin David's doing well to cover on defence. Wonderful covering tackle from Selvin David. South Africa need to get back. If Spain shifted wide now, it's got to be. It's try time. From inside their own 22 at line-out time. They gave it to the speedster. It's Tobias Saints-Chaboga who scores and finishes the try in this right-hand corner. Lackluster defence, but it was Selvin Davids who kept the hopes alive. Defensively there, just shepherding his attacking player from the opposite team. But Saints-Chaboga scores the try. The conversion unsuccessful, but Spain up to double figures. It's 12 points to 10. The Blitzboks still hold on to a narrow lead. Spain will have the restart here with just over 4 minutes to play. South Africa surely have to be the team to score next. The restart. This time around, it's going to be contestable. It's over the 10-meter mark. South Africa come away with it. Kick it upfield. Now the race is on. The ball bounces loose. Just knocked on in the process there. Unfortunately, by Letebele trying to regather the ball from the ground, but in the process, just knocking it slightly forward. South Africa will have to concede possession with this scrum here. Spain inside their own 22, about 5 meters in from this right-hand touchline. They win a solid base at scrum time, but South Africa meet them on the advantage line defensively now. They're looking to free up the speedster out wide, just running into some trouble there in South Africa. Looking to play the ball, but the referee says the ball wasn't free from the ruck. It's penalty time to Spain here as they look to kick it upfield with the penalty kick into touch. It's a wonderful kick. It's a good 35 to 40 meters. It's in South Africa's half. Will we see a contest here at line-out time from the Blitzboks? Playing for the much of this game, for the most part of this game, should I say, without possession. They want to get their hands on the ball. It's a loose line out. South Africa do have it now. In possession. Westhuizen at the base. To Letebele, Selvin Davids. Putting it to boot. And South Africa, though, losing possession in the process here. They have to defend again. What toll will it take? We know the conditioning of these players is well up to standard, but you can't defend. Or should I say, you can only defend for so long before the gaps open up, and South Africa all over that ball like a rash. And this time around, they win the favour of the referee's whistle with just over 1.5 minutes to play. Selvin Davids will have the opportunity. And it looks like it's going to be a tap and go. So no territorial kicking here. South Africa, no. They want to hold on to the ball here. It's a crucial time in the game. As South Africa play. They're inside the half of Spain now. It's a little bit of a loose ball, but South Africa manage to pick up the pieces. It's Davids at the base. Lovely little step there by Williams. Over the 10-meter mark, making their way up to the 22. It's advantage, says the referee. Yes, a real opportunity now. Around the fringes and over the try line. Simply sensational. The Blitzboks have answered when it matters most. The conversion should be a formality. Selvin Davids, reliable when it comes to the conversions. It's quite near the uprights, and that will put it more than a converted score ahead. For the moment, it's South Africa 17, Spain 10. It got a little bit too close for comfort, but when it mattered most, the Blitzboks convert. It's 19 points to 10. There will be a restart, however. But this one is in the bag for the Blitzboks as they will go marching on. Of course, they still have Samoa in their final pool game. But it's 2 out of 2 for Philip Snyman and his men. Spain now right up against or on their own try line as they look to play from deep. They go all the way beyond halfway and up to South Africa's 10-meter mark now. The game is not over yet, but it's an interception. It's a shift. It's a try. You beauty. South Africa via Sean Williams get their 4th try. It's 24 points to 10. Spain were forced in making that pass there. They had no other option. And in the moment, a wonderful read by Sean Williams. And he gets a brace, and South Africa comfortably will take this game. Heartbreak for the Spanish support. But for the Blitzboks and for us South African fans, something to cheer about. The conversion unsuccessful, but that will be that, folks. South Africa 24, Spain 10. Up next, Ireland against Samoa. See you on the other side.